Alright, Houston, I'm starting Path of Exile while waiting for Broheim to be ready.
I'll exit Path of Exile to open Path of Exile.
That's funny. You know, talking about Path of Exile too?
Yes.
Yeah. I say skip on Cortex.
How could it take this long for this good of a computer? That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Why not? I'll update OBS right now.
Don't get LBS. We do.
I use it for my shenanigans.
Okay. No, I'm gonna beef this computer up, bro. I'm gonna make it all RGB, bro.
So you know, RGBs do not give you more frames.
I know.
Do you know, actually, most of the time, the more effects that you add to your computer, actually, the worse it probably will make it. Like.
That's cool. That's all.
That's all that matters. Okay, at least you know.
As long as it looks cool. That's.
The RGB giving a frame rate is more of a meme of just the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we got the anime,
Especially IQ, and that thing is a. That thing's a frame stealing beast.
bro. All the first thing off or anything.
Yeah, you just don't do anything fancy with IQ, and it'll mostly be out of your way because I kind of have to.
I'm so confused.
As I use it.
Do you just give up opening up the shade love? It's actually quite nice, Robin. It's quite nice actually to have the view of the fields while on the video comms. All right, what do we have here? I got things for my stash. It's so funny, Broheim, that how much you like anime, how annoyed you get when there's anime stuff out there.
Shit. The only reason I don't, it's just cringe. Like, watching anime is fine, but then as soon as you turn a picture in anime into a picture, it's just.
Does this matter to you at all, Justin?
What?
I'm sharing you something. Would you care for that?
Let's see. It is maximum energy shield. No, thank you, but thank you for the offer.
Okay. It also gave us a passive, and so I was like, huh, that's unique.
Be careful.
So I just wanted to ask.
But you still have to put the points into it.
Ah,
Be careful.
I see. Okay, that's completed.
Low. Celerin.
All right. Oh, we're cursed with elemental weakness. All right. You ready, Houston? We get elemental weakness and you do extra lightning damage. This is potentially going to be really spicy.
Says the one summoning the spice.
And I'll add some harbingers. The envoy.
Raven has come once more. Echo.
Hi, David.
Hey, Justin.
Oh, hey David.
Just figured I'd drop in since saw you guys running the call.
Yeah. Well, welcome. How are you?
Doing good. Work's just pretty slow today, so well, finding ways to while away some time.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, if you guys can think of an experience I could do during these hours, holler.
Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past? The more you
Could
give,
do,
the more
would
you
like
take.
to, and as a different answer.
And the
It's a
closer you
different
get to finding
story
your
entirely.
All right, killing the left. It'll
Time
make
to
it so it
go.
has strong
So
boxes.
you're doing. Yes. I guess you do have stuff for that now.
See if I can just open one of these. Open
What
it.
have you been whiling away your time
Good
with,
job,
David?
Exile.
Some internet browsing, but also just kind of working on battle cards some more. It's
Is that
going
your
along.
See?
is that your rabbit game?
No, battle cards is just yet another Minecraft mod.
Ah,
Yep, coming along pretty well. I've got all the essential components in place, so it's now officially in a playable state.
Hooray!
You're still missing a bunch of art assets. You still could use more content and a lot of refinement, but
huh.
yeah. But it is
I
nice
know
to have
there's a bunch
something.
of.
I guess you can hit redeem. You just get it for free. Sorry,
It's
bro.
nice
I
to
was
have
asking you a
something in
question.
a functioning state.
So battle cards,
that's-
are you just adding Hearthstone to Minecraft?
No. I
Continuous guess.
yeah. This is an attempt to essentially make a TCG with it within the context of Minecraft. Yeah, mostly because it's a way for me to experiment with ways to make card game mechanics play nice with real time gameplay.
Lessons.
Yep. But to do so, I have had to deviate a fair bit from
Continuous guess.
usual card game design.
I have to log in.
Oh, I see. It costs silver.
Sometimes that's
Wait.
for the
Sorry.
best. That, like,
Yeah,
I love
it's gonna
both
cost
colors.
silver.
Got so unique and popped off.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Just that's how it is.
Sorry,
I-
Broheim was talking to me when you were explaining what you're doing, and I missed what your attempts are.
Okay, so battle cards is it's a Minecraft mod, and it's an attempt to make a trading card game that works well when played in real time, as opposed to something turn-based. We've seen games that try to do similar things before.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories comes to mind,
Yeah,
but
which is a
it
great
felt
game.
It is, but I'm gonna be honest, the system feels very clunky. At the end of the day,
Dude, you just get tired. Like, I remember, because I beat it. Have you beaten Chain of Memories? I don't want to spoil things if you haven't.
I have not, but honestly, I'm not worried about spoilers.
Okay, so you get to play
Also,
Riku
don't
after,
forget,
and so then at that
the
point, like,
remake
you see the system, you know the system enough that you're just bored because there's nothing to surprise you. You know what card to put in the door to get what. You pretty much know what you are going to get. It got very redundant very fast.
You could aim more like
Honestly, it was more the combat system I was talking about. How
Oh,
have a better on.
yeah, at the end of the day, decks tend to just turn into basic attack X a lot. With some heals tossed in so that you can get topped off as you go.
yeah.
Simply because anything other than that will end up throwing you off because
Yep.
you'll be trying to just beat someone with your beat stick and then you'll unexpectedly fire off an ice spell.
Yeah, and so in that game, like, it literally just becomes just have the bigger numbers. Then have options. If they're doing, like, something where
Right,
they have the bigger...
flash system.
Yeah, that's really what became. And then all you just gotta do then is just have a random circle, random zero, I mean, attached to a hotbar when they're doing something that is unbreakable unless you have a zero. Then it takes it's like a $1,000,000-year attack.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
So, what I'm attempting is a system where each card has two effects. One is its quick effect, the other, one's the quick effect, which has a pretty simple effect and will generate mana if that action is successful. And then the charged effects, which cost mana, but have more elaborate effects. Generally, cards of the same general scope will have very similar, if not identical, quick effects. Allowing you to be able to reliably use them in very similar ways and expect them to work. So long as they're in the same broad category. But then you'll have your more varied and impactful charge effects once you've landed a couple of quicks to build up mana. As for how this is all integrated into Minecraft, essentially, when you kill monsters, they can drop booster packs. The packs drop depends on the monster. So like zombies, Hustle and Drowned can drop the Hordes of Rot booster pack. Each booster pack contains 3 cards. Cards can just be used as standalone items for the quick effects, or eventually for the charge effects, but it takes a lot of mana like this. Or they can be put into a deck. Decks, when used, generate temporary versions of the cards that will fill up all open slots in your hotbar. Using these temporary cards, it replaces them with another card from the deck, and so forth until the deck's draw pile is depleted. The reason you would want to do this instead of just using cards directly is the charge effects are much more affordable coming out of a deck. And there's a significantly shorter cooldown between card uses when used this way. Really, using standalone cards is more meant to be a way to preview the card's effects rather than to be a productive way to use the card. Once the deck has been once all cards from a deck have been played, the deck goes on cooldown for a pretty long time, thus encouraging players to have a deck that is more than just a hand of cards. And finally, there exist items called card sleeves, which one can be applied to each card, and it changes the card in some way. The basic ones, iron, diamond, and netherite, just increase the damage that the cards do. They're standard progression. Without them, the cards don't hit very hard at all, but so it goes. Then there are various more specialized sleeves, which also increase damage, if by notably less than the damage-focused ones, but have some sort of secondary effect. For example, leather card sleeves say that whenever a card is added to a deck's draw pile, Yeah, an extra copy gets added.
Hmm.
Yeah, gold sleeves, you further reduce mana cost. Yeah, glowstone sleeves increase mana cost, but increase the magnitude of any effect the card produces, and so forth.
That sounds very well thought of. I like to poke. When someday yeah, I would actually wouldn't mind poking it.
Yeah, like I said, it's in a playable state, but it's far from done right now. Right now, the only card set that exists is the Hordes of Rot. So I still need to add cards for skeletons and pillagers and creepers and all the golems, etc., etc. As well as probably at least one generic card set that you can have draw for mobs that don't have any sort of booster packs attached to them yet.
Those have the generic one have be some filler for multiple card packs too.
Yeah, that would probably be where some more generic cards and like get meta deck manipulation type stuff might show up. Not sure what I would actually put in there yet.
Everyone in the syndicate's a bastard, apparently.
Also, at some point, cards that are more about doing stuff other than combat will need to be added. That'll probably mostly show up on villagers and livestock.
The land cards.
Well,
The opposite, because it would use mana instead.
Yeah, as mentioned, there aren't really cards in this system that could really be called land, because all cards essentially have their mana generation use and their mana spending use.
Although you could probably have some one-offs that do one horizontal turn. Just quickly. That'd probably be the meta-related ones, though.
Perhaps.
Put out new mycelium.
Well, I suppose I do need to backtrack a little. The quick effects do not always generate mana. For example, generally they'll only generate mana if there's some condition you have to meet for the effect to be successful. So like, attacks of any sort will generate mana because you've got to actually hit something. Yeah, but stuff like recover a small amount of health will not come with any mana attached because that's just free. You could use that as soon as it pops into your hand, and yeah, no, I want mana generation to require some degree of effort, even if that effort is just smack a dude.
And this thing has a Call Lightning hurts. It just attacks you. Oh my gosh.
Which game?
Poe.
Ah, okay.
Like attacks you without.
Without that, needing any sort of projectile, it just is damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it just it just comes straight down on you. I think I just just gotta do the usual summoning things and just be far away enough where my bees can do the things.
Are there any ground indicators that lightning might be coming, where if you get far enough away from the indicator, you're not hit?
I think I just have to get far away enough from the character. It seems like.
All right.
It's like you almost can't be on. They can't even see you kind of distance.
That's not ideal.
And now Thythe.
Yeah.
I want
Need to
it.
make more card packs. Need to, make the art for the existing cards because, right now they.
Can we hurry this up?
They have the category symbol, and they've got the appropriate background for being zombie cards, but they don't have card-specific art yet. So.
What's up, Char? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I've been working on this mod for about 3 weeks now, so 2 or 3 weeks.
I'm not
so
gonna log in.
it's nice having it in
This is
in
a
a useful.
public account.
Yeah. Is there not a lot of artists on it? Are you just using some royalty-free stock stuff until you get barber work done?
Well, you still need to be
No.
logged in, right?
All the assets are stuff I made myself.
I don't want a Crane account.
Me?
Huh?
It's less fancy and it's more
But,
just
you know, that's not.
by the time I can hype myself up to
Mm-hmm.
to really commit to making something, I usually have enough of an image in my head of what I want it to be like that's very hard for me to compromise and use stock images. Even if that does mean that the image that I make end up being very low quality.
That's fair.
I imagine because of that, it's pretty hard to work with other people, especially other artists, because trying to communicate what's in your head.
Yeah, that's part of why so far pretty much all my projects have been solo projects.
Keep your eyes sharp.
Right,
Huh?
now I remember what the next
Okay.
thing to do was. I needed to add something to the HUD. And get how much mana you currently had.
No. You know what? I can be flexible. I can do it. Hey, David, I was wondering something. Are you still there?
Yeah. Still here.
When the graphics card that was in your computer before the 980 Ti, I was wondering what did you do with it?
I don't really recall. I might have held on to it, but it might have been lost at some point along the way during the moving process.
Okay. Because that was how I pretty much, as long as you don't sell it, as long as you give it to the next person, then that's just since I did not like communicate that when we gave you that computer, but that's all I ask, as long as getting that for ministry purposes. I try to do above reproach where, especially with a lot of graphics card scalping, I just request that doesn't be used for that purpose. It is technically your graphics card and you can do whatever you want with it. But that's just what I.
Just asking not to be a scumbag about it.
But yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely sure if it's fate right now.
Okay.
A lot of things got thrown out during the move just because need to make space.
You had limited space, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah, cool. There we go. That's the conversation done and good. All right, I'm logging in. 1 second, bro. Houston, I'm logging in something for Broheim.
But yeah, you can see I've got various cards here, like famine, which, well, it's got 2 effects. Yeah, as a quick effect, you can do a melee attack that generates some hunger, and generates 3 mana. Or force charge effect, which you do by holding right click for slightly longer, but it's like a quarter-second charge time. It's mostly just meant to be a way to differentiate which one you're activating, not meant to be a limitation. But
I think Corey might be busy. So.
Oh, sorry. Are
be
you still
able to
talking to
log
me?
into-
I'm quickly logging in.
And
To,
I was just explaining the cars to whoever it was that had started watching the stream.
oh, you're showing the
Oh,
stream.
I,
Oh, we put that up.
I see. That generates a lot of mana.
Yes. Yeah,
Great.
Famine and Infectious Blow generate more than standard because they have the drawback of inflicting hunger on you. Ravenous Hunger is the same. All
Oh.
three of these are sort of the husk sub-block within this pack.
There is something delightful, actually, I say about the art, though. It, growing up 90s, it feels very 90s.
Thank you.
So, okay.
Only one. Yeah, this is the one card that actually has its art so far. But
I see the one that looks like a paper, a sack.
no, the Cannibalism.
Oh,
art
they
here.
can't. Oh, I see that one. Okay, I was thinking of. It must be the battle card. Or the set is your deck.
Yes. This is a deck I just bought from Creative, so it's currently empty. Eventually, I'll modify its visual so that it doesn't have cards in it if it's not empty yet. But that's a later thing, a detail. Yeah, if you want to use a deck, you just fill it up with cards. Works just like a bundle, except it only accepts cards and doesn't have a size limit. And then, draw a set of cards. These are all temporary cards, so once I use them, I need to actually find something to hit, though. The melee cards don't count as used if they miss. Actually, I could just use Breathless here. Yeah, they get replaced with the next card and draw a pile.
Hmm.
I can do that.
Ah, right.
Let's make sure. Did it log in?
Yeah,
It's-
I like it.
No, it's not. It's not logging in.
That there is a minor bug.
It's logging on the
where-
website, but not on your app.
Entity
Yeah,
updates
I
take
think that's
priority.
just. Yeah.
Minus that.
But yeah,
Yeah, this doesn't matter. Like
that's,
this is.
that's just a
Come
home
on.
screen.
Okay,
I know
all
it's
right.
not good.
All right, go ahead. Here you go.
I'm in creative mode. That's why he's not fighting back. I think these cards aren't exactly hitting hard because they don't have
Any
sleeves.
quick effects. Yeah, that too.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Once I can end my match, as it were, either by using up all the cards, or by right-clicking the deck again. So it's now on cooldown.
Nice.
Oh, that was weird. Didn't
So-
expect it to actually refresh the cooldown when I right-clicked.
Does
Okay,
it make
look
the
that.
full game completely card like reliance?
Nah, I can
No.
still just whip out a sword and start hitting people.
Okay.
He's trying to make it like effectively a different class of combat.
Yeah, so like if I wanted to, I could still just. No, it's just. I'm adding decks as a new way to fight, essentially.
Hmm.
Anyways, so. I had mentioned them before, but card sleeves. You see, they're a little incomplete. They still don't have their names, but
Uh-huh.
when you have sleeves, and let's just take some of my cards out of my deck here. You can sleeve cards. Normally, this would be using up the sleeves, but since I'm in creative mode, it's not.
Okay. Do you like make sleeves of paper? Create a
You
little-
make them. Yeah, you make a set of 8 using 2 of whatever material the sleeve's made of, and 1 glass pane.
Hmm.
So yeah. Now these cards should hit notably harder. Yeah, I'll have this information on the tooltips eventually, but these cards are hitting twice as hard now that they've got diamond sleeves.
Hmm.
Which, yeah. One other feature, though, it doesn't much a debug feature as something that's actually meant for player use, but it's useful in both cases.
Cool winds.
If you turn on advanced tooltips, you get a procedurally generated description instead of one that was written out by hand.
Hmm.
So, for example, because of that, you can see that the quick effective Ravenous Hunger is a melee attack that does 4 damage, grants 3 mana, and 10 seconds of hunger on hit.
Hmm.
Whereas the charge effect, you can see, you can just read what it does.
Yeah.
Useful for confirming that that I did configure the card correctly, and also for players who want to know exactly what their card is doing. And if you don't have advanced tooltips turned on, you instead just get these descriptions.
Yeah.
Be careful. Cool winds.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Are you going to
Blessings.
add a card master to every village?
I was planning on adding the card shop owner or whatever I end up naming him, just as one of the villagers that can spawn.
Mm-hmm.
But
You have stepped up to the
Nothing.
emperor. You have stepped up to the pharaoh. All suddenly turns into a Yu-Gi-Oh card battle.
hey, it's a stretch goal, but NPCs that actually fight using decks it's on the list, far down the list, but it's there.
Blessings.
Anyways, card packs. Yeah, they're card packs. They drop from mobs. For example, these Hordes of Rot ones drop from zombies, husks, and drowned. On use, cards. Yeah, some cards are more common than others, but yeah.
Nice. How's this ring, Ustin? Oh wait, no, the one I had before is still better.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Corey?
You may want the ring actually. Let me share.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a ring on Poe. Yeah, let me share it.
Thank you very much for the showcase, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit impromptu, but
No, it was
just want to
very
show it
interesting.
off.
Yeah, it's your work. No, thank you for that.
No thank you? Or no comment thank you?
I'm pretty sure it was no comma, thank you.
Yeah,
Be careful.
that's what I'm hoping and believing also.
Daddy,
Yes, sweet you.
I love you.
I love you. Do you like the meat?
No, she's crazy.
I'll have the one. I think I got.
Huh. She just got like completely peered.
I know. She's crazy not liking it.
Really, you don't have to.
I think it just threw up because it tasted different than the ones I had last time.
Really, if you don't like it, you don't have to like it because mom and dad like it. Mom and dad are just cannibals. Not cannibals, my gosh.
Animals?
Um,
We're not animals. Carnivores?
carnivores, yeah.
Not
I think it'll be.
yeah, no.
I think just her this is disgusting sound just makes it ugh, ugh, ugh. Oh, I see the Maven's invitation. I have to add that.
That's because I have meat in my
A toll. Toll for your sins.
You smell the rest of the.
You know, having having a map, a special map page sounds actually really tempting.
You just gotta wait for the next stash set
Herbivore
first.
is an animal that owns plants. And an omnivore is an animal that eats meat and plants. The humans are which one? Do we only eat? Or do we
We didn't.
what? We don't eat plants?
Salah.
We don't eat fruit, tomatoes, carrots.
Oh, we.
So are we an omnivore, carnivore, or herbivore? Herbivore is
Blessings.
Most kids would be pretty happy with that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And meat.
Talking about your card game?
So we are.
No, I was talking about
omnivores. Say, I'm an
Bailey's
omnivore.
answer that that people are carnivores.
I'm an omnivore. I'm an omnivore. Omnivore. There we go. Go yell it in Dad's microphone. Say, I'm an omnivore.
Unfortunately, given my diet, that might be accurate. I do
don't wanna yell.
occasionally eat
Because that's how much it'll take.
I don't go
I'm an
on.
It's lagging.
It won't even launch.
Mm.
Say, meat is murder.
No. Actually can't try me.
Meat is murder.
Meat is delicious. You
Say,
bad miss.
murder is also murder.
Murder.
I think this guy would help.
Hit your toe.
All right, so this Maven's invitation, we just throw it in the thing.
Yeah.
I want to hug jump.
Do I do it with a map?
Hug jump. Hug jump.
Nope,
I don't
just
think
by itself.
I don't think it's modifiable. I think you just put the invitation in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can apply changes if you wanted to.
It's also the quest one. So.
But then that lava and
Did he kill the computer?
lava. You're not in the lava.
Oh.
Jump across the lava.
Oh.
Ow. Got my hair.
I didn't know it affected.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. The hair is
Hmm.
sitting off.
Oh, that's pretty.
I liked it.
Come here. Come here. What do you want to do next? Fill out the command.
This is where your build starts to shine because some Raging Spirits is much more of a single target instead of running around.
Yeah, this blood hurts though.
Yeah, corrupted blood hurts.
Is that that?
Don't forget to click the big thing in the center that says interact.
Interact to allocate Atlas points. I'm clicking it, but nothing's happening.
Maybe it doesn't matter since it's on the event. Then.
Okay.
But still in general.
Yeah, clicking it. Click, 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 click. So you just here to vibe, David, or would you like to hop on something together?
I'm currently just here to vibe.
All right.
I did it.
Oh,
I mean,
all right. We can go in the temple,
location
Ustin.
of the temple is now clear.
All right.
Remember to watch your step, exile.
Oh, I got the puzzle, whatever that is.
Exile.
All right, unveil. Oh, that's unveiling, not cards.
Be careful.
Godslayer, good day.
I see. All right, and then let's talk to. Where is she? Where is that explorer? Oh, there she is. She's like, oh, nope.
Goodbye.
Oh, I see. I have them like overshadowed each other. There we go.
Hello, exile. Let's begin.
In the temple.
No wonder it's lost. It's in the middle of the jungle.
Of course, not me.
Oh, well. Oh, hey, am I Charlotte? Maybe I'll just see chat. But whenever people ask if they can see chat, it usually goes into a request of, go check out my Discord. Hey, go check out my arts. Let's partner where you give me money. And I do stream art for you. That is not generated. Well, I could always uninstall and reinstall, see what that does. I don't know. No, you have to go add or remove, and you actually just have to hit uninstall. You might be able to download it and just hit reinstall there. That's kind of like a repair feature, but am I wasting too much time here? Should I just keep moving on?
Well, most of the stuff is in the rooms with the high level in it.
Okay.
Because they come from dedicated boxes.
So these things we could pretty much ignore.
Yeah, until they get in the way.
Oh, okay. Now you want to start up? Well, actually.
Wait, that show her? What game? Oh, that's what we did. So it was, the flicking was a little too hard for her, and so I said, okay.
Wait, that's a 5 minute chest piece. Hold on, I'm grabbing you. But it's just energy shield, but I think I can get away with that.
Yeah, back.
Oh. Air. Yes?
Oh, you already started.
Oh. What's up?
I was
Oh.
gonna upgrade the strong boxes.
Oh, you can upgrade strong bosses, right? Totally forgot you can do that.
Almost never a good opportunity for it because it's very tedious. But in this case, there was like 3 right next to each other. And that's a party.
Oh. Something killed me dead.
Time to dump your inventory and then get.
Oh.
Never mind.
That would have been a good idea. Oh, looks like I missed my golem. There's a monolith right here. Should we do it?
Go right ahead. That you don't need to wait. Something different for the temple.
I'm watching your health as rubber band.
Oh, hey, you got another tabula.
Oh, was that Tabula?
I mean, I'm assuming so, since it was a simple robe and with 6 sockets.
Nope. It's this
Maybe
row.
it wasn't. Nope, I think that. Oh, that's not 6 sockets.
No.
That's completely different. Something rarer and maybe even more valuable. Gasp. Could it ever be? I think I see it. 1,000 cryptos. Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
I just expect a unique, simple robe, and I fully expected tabula, because they're the more common ones of those. Also, I didn't get to see it not having white sockets because you picked it up very quickly.
Hmm.
Crawford, get back here, you fool! Stop running away. Your minions kept it still. Well, first of all, I don't stand on that floor because that hurt. I think I use just, eventually I just use a rare, but oh yeah, it's just depth. Let's see, it's crit based. That is definitely not crit, so it might be something we use.
What on earth did they
As needed levels. You can use that Onyx amulet if you need the stats of Divine.
Yeah, set this
Don't know if it will.
stats. Not good.
I don't think so, because I don't think you use the energy shield as actual defense stats. Would you look at that? Some rings with a bunch of build or unique
Yep.
affixes on them.
Yeah, except none of them are 4.
It has a lot of.
Yes,
But I
we
need
do.
lightning bolts.
I'm playing Path of Exile.
Yes, that
Oh.
won't be you.
I love you too, Sweet Q.
Daddy,
Yeah.
what is this?
That's my inventory. It's kind of filled with a lot of stuff.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
Dad, where
Yeah.
are you? Where are you? Where are you?
I'm in a temple.
What are you fighting?
Nothing yet. Oh,
What's at the top?
here we go.
Happy one last.
There's this thing that killed me earlier. Oh yeah, that thing almost, like thing that killed me earlier.
Oh, you gonna die, Dad?
It's the goal.
Oh, hopefully not.
Goal is not to.
Go, run! Dad, run! Away! Run away!
Yeah. Yes, beautiful daughter.
This is not easy.
What's not easy?
Yeah.
What's not?
Your game.
Oh, my game. Yeah, my game's not easy. Daddy has this thing to even help him with leveling up and builds.
Corey?
Yes.
Dad, where are you on there? Dad, where are you on there? Dad, where are you on there?
That was a lot of energy.
So my build is right here.
Where are you?
1 second. Let me.
Are you catching his tail?
A flash powder keg. Oh. Chaos. Oh, I see those live like.
Dad, I love you.
I love you too, my beautiful daughter. Oh, you already killed the thing?
Oh, yes, you seemed a little busy.
I need more pockets.
You also seem to be full of inventory.
Come here.
I don't take the jeweler's orbs, thank you.
Alright, thinking we should go? Or should we explore around a little more?
We could go. You can come back and pick stuff up. You have 2 more portals still.
Sure.
No wonder that's not working right. There's
Yeah.
problems on the client side of things.
More
Found you.
wackiness with how Minecraft doesn't perfectly separate client and server.
But yeah.
After figuring that out, I'm just kind of weirded out. I thought they completely separated it, but like,
They are
within
separated, but it oftentimes gets a bit messy in the integrated form.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised by. Is I thought they separated it long ago, but I guess not.
Whoop.
Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Suikyu.
Still messy.
Man.
Good cause, nope.
Guess this is not my first fancy shield. In you go.
Got my eye on you.
You're not first what?
My first fancy shield.
Ah,
At least of that fancy shield.
Be careful.
You're going to bounce for the time being.
All right.
It's nice talking.
All right. Yeah.
Well, it was good seeing you.
Hello. Keep your eyes sharp.
You ready to go through step? Okay. I imagine in the special tab there is a combine maps button. Talking to Houston.
Well, you shall see when you get it. And the need to recombine them is a lot less of an issue anyways. What does it say? What tiers of maps do you need to run now?
I mean, these are all my next tiers. These ones. So we're at levels.
Well, I mean, outside of that, I meant for the quests.
I don't know.
Blessings.
Tier 8.
Tier
Okay, so you're at the same spot I'm at.
Blessings.
That's City Square again. Oh boy.
I can see chat, homie. We are.
Why are people asking that? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Why do they deem it necessary? Is it because it's on some other platform or something?
Well, this time it's on Kick. First person was on Twitch. But this person actually is talking about Poe, so this actually seems like an actual person, not a
Okay.
not a bot. You gotta train them young. What's up, CQ? Okay. All right.
So you need to have actual engagement instead of bot.
Instead of the bot attack.
Yes.
All right. In map. I'll wait.
Alright.
Nice.
I wasn't expecting to work out.
Mm-hmm. Well, this welcome to applications that monitor your computer and then react to that. Those usually just take a lot of resources. Is it constantly checking what's being happened. I dig the beeps. It sounds like an old Nintendo.
I don't know why it does that. Heck, every time it does,
Dude, I'm totally cool not doing the ultimatum.
Yep. I don't think we have the builds for it, or at least the point in our builds that they can do it at that point. Not yet.
The computer? You know, you just need to like disable whatever you're doing on Razer.
Here's the plan.
It's all out.
Yeah, but it's still like the effects are still saved on the keyboard. The setting. Well, you put so many commands on it. I bet it's just those keyboards only can handle so much memory. I think you just overloaded the profile memory. Just keep it basic, bro.
No, I want advanced.
Dude, we're here to.
Advanced better.
I mean, look at it this way. You spent a good amount of time. You could have been doing something else. That stuff just it's just I don't know, for me it just wasted time.
Here's one you need. What's in talking now?
That's the thing is you're not. Yep. We definitely know the answer to that.
Oh, why are so much cat?
And that thing. Oh, there's one of those demon, the big hand looking thing. Over here.
Oh, you mean a boss?
Yep.
Okay. Coming out, see you. No,
Oh,
I'm not
too late.
in there.
Huh.
You just said big hand looking thing. I was confused.
Because we make ourselves strong. How do you like to make Grim Dawn after this PoE adventure? How do you like to make Grim Dawn our next thing, Houston?
You mean like the other 3 times we did?
I think we only done Grim Dawn once, and that was at the land with Crow.
Yeah, and then we tried it again between them, and then I think we started it, and then I think you had to do something. We never finished it.
I don't remember that, but okay.
Because like we started talking to Aiden about it, right?
Finally, come on.
Well, we only did talks with him, and then what decided was
Because I think we were playing it together at that point.
we never played Grim Dawn. You mean Aiden had never played Grim Dawn?
No, me and you were playing Grim Dawn at that point. And then we were talking about it, and we were like, maybe we should get Aiden in on this too. And then I think it kind of fizzled out there.
I have no recollection. I'll just have to take your word for it. I have no recollection of playing Grim Dawn.
Yeah, my last played time was September 2024, so it sounds about right. Because that is a lot more recent than
Give the order.
other guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay, right, you're over here. All right, detonate. Come bring out your dead.
Taking that blast so loud you could wake the dead, literally.
Yeah, we could do that. I actually won't mind doing Last Epoch again. I'll just ask that just take it at a slower pace. Because when you mean Aiden was playing, it was hard for me to enjoy just how fat, like just always feel like always playing catch up and just being like kind of like carried, you know? Does that make
I think that was just Aiden being much more expertise with it than either of us were.
Okay. So, how about this? After this, we do.
Because I do get it because it's like.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I feel like the speed we've been going on this, besides the stories we've done that enough of time, but how like just letting me take it at the pace I need to has been perfect. Alright, is that? We completed the map. Alright. Let's get out of here.
Everything but the ritual.
Oh yeah, thank you. Gotta find that.
You can at least take items and bring in the league without doing the last one.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, it's a ritual in the boss room.
Yeah.
And we got some maps.
Crafting recipe.
Oh. Terror claws. That's a unique claws. Do you do critical strike at all?
Yeah.
Would this mean anything to
But
you?
also I don't have any jump slots.
Ah, well that answers that.
No jewel sockets here.
There we go. All right. I know. Oh. You know, I didn't see that card until it's too late. Oof.
Weren't able to defer it then?
Not even we're able to defer it. So that's a big mishap.
I'll take the idol that was left on the floor.
Oh. Thank you. I am. It's unique. Sometimes uniques have value. All right.
Assuming we ever played on SSL.
Huh.
Sorry.
That is worse. All right. Looks like EB sold.
Okay, how much is it to force 5 socket? That's a good piece of farm. Oh, I can't even do that yet. Oh, that's the recipe for pushing 5 sockets. Did they remove it?
Warm nights.
No, they haven't. Okay.
Alright. Got that.
Exiled. Keep your eyes sharp.
All right. All right, I have a map on the altar. I'm going to quickly do a reading and then be right back on. The Messiah.
There's this crazy story at the beginning of the Bible. We have Adam and Eve, and they're in the Garden of Eden.
And everything in this garden is great. It's exactly as it should be. Except there's this one tree that they're told by God not to eat from because it's dangerous and it will kill them.
So that's it. Avoid this fruit tree and we're fine.
Right, it seems pretty simple. But in this garden, there's a snake. And it starts telling a different story. It says that if you eat of this tree, it's not going to kill you. In fact, it's going to make you become like God.
And Adam and Eve, they believe the snake and they eat the fruit.
And because of this, the goodness of the garden is tragically lost and evil and death enters into God's good world.
Now, why is there a talking snake in the garden? I mean, this thing is a problem.
Yeah, it's very strange. And even more strange is the fact that the Bible doesn't say why or how this thing even got there. It just presents the snake as this creature who's in rebellion against God and that wants to get other people to doubt God's goodness and lead them on a path towards death. And so whatever this snake is, it's the source of evil that pervades our world and our lives, even still today.
But there is some hope because right here in the story, God makes this really interesting promise to Adam and Eve.
That someone is going to come in the future, a son of Eve. And this guy's going to come and he's going to crush the serpent's head and destroy evil at its source. However, during this battle, the serpent is going to bite this guy's heel.
So it's like a mutual destruction.
Yeah, it's this very strange but beautiful promise. And it's just left hanging there until the next key moment in the story, when God singles out this guy named Abraham and says that through his family, goodness and blessing is going to be restored back to all of the nations of the world. And as we follow this family, we get to one of Abraham's great-grandsons, this guy named Judah. And he receives this promise that a king is going to come from his line and that the whole world's going to follow this king and he's going to bring peace and harmony and there'll be lots of food and wine and milk and vineyards and it's going to be awesome.
The first king that we meet from the line of Judah is a guy named King David. And he's a hero. Maybe he is the snake crusher.
But it turns out that David is infected with the same evil as the rest of humanity. He never crushes the snake, just the opposite. However, God makes a promise to David that this king is going to eventually come from his line. But as you go on in the story, one by one, each generation of his sons, they're just total chumps. They give in to the snake, they choose evil, they go after money and sex and power and following other gods.
Things get so bad that they run the nation of Israel right into the ground, and the big bad empire of Babylon just takes them out.
And so now there are no more kings to even fulfill this promise.
So it seems like the whole plan is lost.
But during these dark days, there's this crazy group of guys called prophets, and they just kept talking about this coming king and reminding us of the promise that he'll come, he'll defeat evil, he'll restore the garden. Now, one specific prophet, Isaiah, he tells us more about why this king is bitten. Isaiah says that the promised king receives this wound because of humanity's evil, and that it kills him. But then all of a sudden he comes back, and Isaiah says it's because he suffered this wound that he can now become a source of healing to other people.
But the Old Testament ends, and the snake-crushing king that everyone's been talking about never shows up.
And this is why, when the New Testament begins, it introduces us to Jesus of Nazareth, not as some random guy, but as someone who comes to fulfill these specific ancient promises.
Yeah, we learn that he's from the line of David, Judah, and Abraham.
And he goes around Israel announcing that the goodness of God's kingdom is here, now. And he begins confronting the effects of evil on people by healing them, by forgiving them of their sins and evil.
Many people are now believing that this is, in fact, the promised king.
But Jesus began telling his closest followers that he was going to become king and bring peace by taking the full effect of humanity's evil into himself.
The fatal snakebite wound.
Exactly. And so it seems like the serpent wins. And this story actually would be a tragedy except for what happens next. Jesus rises from the dead.
And now Jesus has the power over evil and death for himself.
And so the rest of the New Testament is then making this claim that Jesus' power over evil and death has now become available to us to begin confronting the effects of evil in our lives.
But even still, death and evil are a real problem in our world all around us.
And so the story of the Bible ends by describing this future day when Jesus comes back and he finishes the job. He destroys the snake once and for all, and he restores the goodness of the garden here on earth.
All right, what do you say is the theme? Well, the theme is definitely the Messiah. Where it follows a line all the way from the very beginning of Genesis, where here is this evil that is tempting humanity with compromise. But we need the hope, and that hope is Jesus the Messiah. And so how he fulfills all these ancient promises that were written way before his time. What's really cool is we actually do have manuscripts from before Jesus' time with those promises in them. All right, we can start, friend. There you go. All right, I'll be back, Goosen.
All right.
yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Should I add some scarabs? Is there anything I should add to be adding to these maps? Let's look. Here.
Maybe the cheap ones. So the ones you have a lot of access, I guess. Want to be under fragments.
Ah. So when I have the most of. So.
Yeah, the ones that you don't think it'll be to actually focus down a lot.
What's expedition?
Or you could be spicy and just make sure we always get a mirror of delirium. Scarab of adversaries is pretty cheap because not very many. So
oh, it's very rare.
It's spicier. No, it's not very used, so it's not very rare.
Okay. Should I do this one? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Why
Also,
not?
give me a moment. I'm gonna put my headset on. Nope. My bad. When PvP excitement starts happening, so comes the headphones on. Alright. Turn that part up. There we go. Alright. Houston.
What?
Well, sweet. I can hear you gloriously. Alright. So, adversaries, let's do it.
Don't forget to change the what thing you do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is. It just stays on. It just stays on it unless you say no more.
And yeah, we pretty much always have a ritual anyways, so.
Yeah. Well, I had a free one earlier, and so I just went through all my freebies. Oh yeah, we need to do soul fight after this. Like.
One day we'll remember, right?
Yep.
I don't know where they're gonna come from, so I'll just stay in the center. And
You just
swing
keep
the air.
spamming.
I love their frame rate today, right?
What is this?
Assassination attempts while mixed with the Legion at the same time.
Oh man, that was nuts.
If you think I'm going, I cannot claim sorrow.
With a claw that you can poke.
I really do hate the idea.
Rot in that cage, bat.
You've made your show of force, have
Ooh, Link.
A truce.
Someone needs to rub their mouth with soap.
Well, that's part of the reason why you're using headphones. Accidentally, maybe, not intentionally, is one of the reasons. But
That is the so. It's funny is that You know, I brought Bailey to PDX LAN. And everyone adored her, but that is just one thing that you just have to be okay with. Is
Yeah. Just
there is no language filter.
kind of-
People won't play, you know, the video games that are not appropriate, but
right.
what comes out of their vocabulary is just out of their common vernacular. Good luck. And I don't even ask
I'm
that.
very aware. Yeah. It's just it's a big part of like. Personally, I feel like as long as you're good about making sure they know that's not supposed to be something they should say. Because I know I've been bad about my language, but that came after I got older, not when I was young. So, I mean, I didn't start saying my having my sailor mouth until after high school, really.
Now, I'm no Clive, but sometimes talking is better.
What a sailor mouth it is indeed. And then I've noticed my mom's also the same way now. Like, it's like,
It tells you the communities you're with then. So I feel like that kind of stuff happens more.
I think she held it back for many years, and then, like, as I started getting older and started doing that, she also got more loose up too.
I also, like, I don't know, it's interesting, the more that I want to speak more life, the less I think about using, you know, that sort of language. Like, I'm not,
Sentence enhancers, as some would say.
Yeah, it's just like,
I mean, it's...
I'm most of the time with people...
because my mom's a teacher, also.
Yeah, I'm also a lot of times with people who'll be extremely offended, and at that point, it's just not worth using the language. Or rather use other stuff
honestly,
to communicate.
That's probably a big part of it. My mom's probably generally clean-mouthed when she's actually at work, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's just how it is. I mean, I expected it. She's
I imagine if I was in Britain and what is considered naughty language here is not there, and I imagine more of those words will come out.
Yeah, that's probably a big part of it. And my language started getting quote-unquote worse for like general sensibilities around here is because I played with a lot of people in other countries, because I had a messed up sleep schedule even when I was younger. So I'd be awake when the normal people of those other countries would be awake.
I was behind the cords, Dad.
You're behind the cords?
Yeah. Over here.
Oh.
You could have been done a long time ago if you would have just done it. Go finish it. Just go do it. Go fix it.
All right. Looks like that's the last place that I need to put charges.
And immune to fire damage, we don't really do a lot of
We
fire
don't,
damage.
but
We
it's
usually
like
do-
it's more the first one doesn't reach there, and so I need to.
Yeah, that's fair. But anyways, yeah, I was saying I had a bad sleep schedule to the point where I'm pretty sure I mostly ended up playing with people from Britain and Australia anyways when I was playing on my old 360 way back when. So the lag was not great. Also, I am being called away, so you are on your own.
I'm all alone. All right.
you nothing, General?
Mercy is not in the assassins. Neither given nor received. More demons, exile.
Guilty yet again. I'll return strong. There's only one fate for the weak exile. I've nothing to hide. Only strength, man.
If you think I'm going to say,
You should have no trouble in that dark little cave.
I care not. One heathen is as good as another.
Cool winds.
Oh no.
Hello.
Hello.
I grabbed my food and I'm just waiting for it to cool before I disappear.
Okay. So you're disappearing. It's not a temporal disappear.
Yes, I have food and then other stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, then I'll go. I decided to play Tower Rogues during this time when I'm not with you.
Be careful.
Rogue Tower?
Rogue
That
Tower.
game?
Yeah. I have actually never like beat the beat it, like even when I played it like a while ago, and my main focus wants to be Half-Life, but I can't do that right now, so I saw that I was like, I could do that because that is like a very one-time moment kind of game.
To round 5 last time.
Unless they change things, we'll see.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
This'll do nicely, Exile.
I need a green, red, and food.
Oh, I saw a claw. Are you still hunting for claws? I'm gonna go pick up that claw. See, is it something? Oh, I don't know where it's at now.
The claws are still a nice thing to have, but it's mostly how much missile damage. So I'm
How much missile damage?
Elemental damage.
Elemental. Okay, that's the main focus for you. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that then.
Yes. But in reality, I'm just trying to find stuff that gives me stats and stuff I need. Remember if I keep chat too? The real question is, will I ever get a new 5-socket chest piece that isn't complete butt?
Ooh. No, I don't. Do you use Blood Rage at all?
No.
No.
It is a very useful one. A lot of builds will use it just for frenzy charges while mapping.
Yeah.
But one of your main builds, sadly, is Abyss only. It's in a drop from the Abyss boss, so or just the spires and stuff. So that'll be a pain to get hold of that with idols.
So that abyss belt is we have to do the abyss thing to get that.
No. Abyss has those weird eyeball jewels.
Yeah.
The belt your build uses and most Raging Spirits builds use.
Yeah.
Is one that has 2 of those abyss sockets on the belt.
Yeah. So we had to do like a special abyss maps to get that. Is that what you're saying?
No, we just have to run abyss a lot and hope for the boss fight to give a proper chance, because sometimes the boss will.
Is the abyss the one that makes the purple stuff all around, or is that breach?
No, it's the one with the crack that you have to follow around.
Oh, the I see the worm looking thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is what a focus of mine needs to be then when it comes to idols. Okay. Oh no, cancel. I guess I can't put more than one incubator.
You can put it on your everything else. So.
Yeah, I'm just trying to put on stuff that I know I'm not going to be trading out soon.
Cool winds. Blessings.
Oh. So Soulfight like our Soulfight is topped off.
So in Soulfight, intoxication is something else.
Okay.
It is an effect you can get when you interact with Soulfight.
I see.
On the map, even if it's full.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good one. You just need the other part where it actually gives you the opportunity to get it.
Yeah.
Soulfight intoxication. So you might have to hold on to that one.
Yeah, that's a flat then DPS buff. That sounds like.
Oh, so that one that has explicit modifier magnitudes is that's how you get spicy stuff.
Cool winds.
And more pack size on Fortune favors the brave. Woohoo! Spicy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just a spicy one. If you had stuff to make it roll.
All right.
Oh, I was gonna hand you
Oh.
Midals before I got off.
Okay. Let me hop right back in then. Then I'll switch everything over to Rogue Tower.
Also, in regard to PoE 2, I'm just playing a minion build because I didn't get to before.
Yeah?
I haven't really played one even in PoE 1 very much outside of the bees, but it plays quite a bit different.
How are you liking the
like
minion
not
build?
any proper. I did not grab it out of my stash. I thought I grabbed all 3 of these already, but I did not. Not you. What was it? Yeah, it was this one. Sent a trade request.
Oh, you did. You caught me in deep thought mode. I'll look at those at another time. My brain wants to be done.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely.
Good timing that I get off then if you're feeling also checked out a bit.
Yep. Ever since I was like, dude, I'm going to play that game, my brain's like, play it. But you also like to